Aloha hula hands, welcome back, hump day.
Hey.
Johnny B. What's the good word on the street? What are you gushing about today?
Well, the weather's ugly. It's north winds, so the surf sucked. But dude, I had the best day ever, the best morning ever.
Ooh, tell
I'm
me
just
about it.
I'm just buzzing, man. I mean, we've got one client that's committed to coming out here at the end of March, already has the tickets.
Mm.
We're going to go and explore other areas, maybe just to find out if like maybe this one focus is the correct one. I'm super stoked about that. And dude, I got to meet another client today in Kaanapali, and
Wow.
I mean, Danny, it feels now like everything about doing real estate is amazing, and that we've figured out how to eliminate the one part that absolutely sucked for me. Like
Yeah.
literally sucked the energy out of my soul. And it was just because it felt so disingenuous, man. Like I don't answer any weird numbered phone calls because I'm a realtor and I know it's going to be some sales dude that has leads to sell me, or this next flying,
Some
object.
shiny object to sell you, yeah.
And yet my first job of the day was supposed to be doing the same thing that I hated being done to me, to go call strangers that happened to click on a pay-per-click ad. And now all of a sudden they've got somebody from Maui that's like, hey, I'm a cool native Hawaiian dude. I'm cool to work with. Can you please work with me? Please. Oh, wait, you didn't reply back. So now that means that I got to go back in and get in. So go, no, really. I'm also half white, and so I could understand that portion of things there. Just, you know what I'm saying, man? It just felt so disingenuous. And, so what did I do? I like mastered texting instead because that felt less invasive and that worked for a little bit until people hated the texting. And then they came out with new laws that said, hey, just type stop at the end of this and we'll stop texting you. And then that whole part
Send your
died, man.
spam.
That's it.
Now you're
So
not a real person, you're just a masubi. I'm just gonna eat you.
So, man, I mean, starting out with like everybody going, what are you guys doing? That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. What? You're just going to talk about Maui real estate and what the inventory is doing? Like, no, that's dumb. Over and over and over again for a year. And
That's
yet
all we've
here
done
we
for a year.
are.
3
Now
days a week.
the harvest is starting to pop
Shout out
out,
new
man.
subscribers, Johnny. Johnny, we were trying to hit 200 for New Year's. We're at 229 now. So
Has the
it's
200
resonating with
subscriber,
someone.
have they raised their hand and told us whether it's
We have
chocolates
not
or
heard from
pineapples yet?
Mrs. 200. So Mrs. 200, shout out. We'd love to hear from you. Send you some pineapples or some chocolates. You pick. Let us know in the comments or send us an email, info@d2rhawaii.com.
She may have discovered that the show sucks for her, and she may never come back. That would be the cost
I don't know.
saving
There's a few
factor
people
there.
in the comments. There's a few people in the comments that would love to take the pineapples if she doesn't want to. Anthony,
So there we go.
I know you're itching for some more pineapples.
We're gonna give her one more week to come in and claim, and then we got to figure out some kind of crazy sweepstakes or something, Danny. Because
Yeah, it might just be a random draw. So
yeah,
throw your name
makana
in the
does
hat.
not feel good to be taken back, right? Makana just means gift. It's also the word we use. So when we go to different islands and we come back, especially Oahu, if you see people with like a big bag of like what looks like cake boxes and stuff, those are goodies that they either went to Chinatown or they went to Liliha Bakery, because you always got to bring back makana when you come back from a different island. What do we take from Maui to other islands? We take
The
Krispy
Krispy
Kreme,
Kreme.
believe it or not. Bruh, Krispy Kreme, I get room upgrades sometimes, bro. I'm no lie. I rock up right there to the front desk. I'm like, I brought you some makana from Maui. They're like, what? This for us? I'm like, yes, so that's for you. All of a sudden, I get ocean view, bro.
The
Krispy Kreme. That's because you can only get them on Maui, right? So everybody like,
Yep.
oh, bro, you brought me Krispy Kreme. I'm like, yep. 8 seconds in a microwave, cuz, don't forget.
A little
And
insights in the culture. We were bringing back Papa
that's it.
John's pizza when we were over on Oahu all the time because people were like, man, I want that Papa John's. So 2-3 cheese pizzas to go, bring it on the airplane, bring it back. People smash.
That's it. Popeyes is what I typically wanted. I wanted my kids to just bring me over the Popeyes. I remember when people would come from Arizona, they'd say, what do you want? I'd be like, Chick-fil-A. Just bring me a couple Chick-fil-A's. But now we got the first Chick-fil-A in Hawaii, happened here on Maui again. So no need
We
Chick-fil-A.
ain't need those anymore. We got to
Yep.
Chick-fil-A.
An In-N-Out burger just does not travel well. So that one you got to smash in the parking lot. Forget about it. So had some killer conversations with our brother today, though, man. This is a guy that actually exited the market, had 3 pieces of
Mm,
inventory, managed himself. And I was like, dude, what was it? Right. Because in the world of Warren Buffett, who says, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy, he literally followed that. He was like, dude, it's just the numbers. Like he goes, I picked up this one for this much, and when they hit this much in such a quick amount of time, he goes, it just didn't make sense to me. And so he goes, it was also a little bit of a
cash
gut
out.
check. The gut told me, you know what? So yeah, that's what he did, dude. Completely cashed out. I asked him, I was like, so did you flip it in some 1031 or something? He's like, dude, he goes, it was so tough to capture properties at that time, and I didn't want to feel that pressure just to gobble something up. So that's another little insight about 1031, right? Like it's an
Doesn't always make
amazing
sense.
tool. Sometimes the timing of it, the way that it works in different markets, maybe it doesn't work. There's other strategies you can do, Delaware statutory trust, park it in some Amazon, stuff like that. But, you know, we're not tax professionals, but we've had them on there. But that was amazing to me that he mentioned. And also we discussed how, and this is important right now,
Take notes.
property management at 25%, dude, that model is dead. We've seen it with the dip
Mm,
in tourism, right? At 70, 75%, there's no meat left on the bone.
70,
But there
75%
is
occupancy.
occupancy. But
Yeah.
there is if you eliminate that 25% property management fee. Now, what do you get in
Then there's
return?
some meat
You get a
left. Yeah.
full-time job. You get a full-time job is what you get, right?
At least part-time.
Because, yeah. Now, savvy people, right, maybe can set up some different tech. And Danny, I mean, we were reflecting earlier on, we have clients that own property in great complexes that are in the most challenged locations, and they print money like nobody else,
Their
right?
units just crush. Yeah.
So this is another insight that the dude shared with us. He's like, dude, I can do my own dynamic pricing, right? He goes, my whole goal was just 90, 95% occupancy. If that meant I dropped my pants a little bit on rates to fill the rooms, I'd do it. And he mentioned how, and this is so true, this insight was so powerful. When you have professional property management, they're competing against themselves with different owners in the same complex. So they have to look at it from that particular view. Like, man, if I cause a crash with this particular client's unit in terms of rates, I'm now affecting my other clients. So it's kind of interesting when you look at it from that perspective.
So what you're seeing is scale and the corporate structure is kind of dying
And
in some way.
I mean, dude, it's dead in our market, right? Like, what have we been told? Our whole, like, just nonstop scale, 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 get a big team, mega team, expansion, go
Yeah.
to different markets that you're unfamiliar with, but just show up with your process.
Real
And now
real
what
estate
is it?
coaching for a long
That's
time
it.
has all been, yeah, scale, scale,
Scale.
scale, scale, scale.
What's
Big
the recent one?
teams, big
What is it now?
companies,
What's it now? Do a
micro
micro
teams.
team, they say. What's that? Oh, 2 dudes that vibe together and jam. Oh, is that what we should do? Hmm. Hmm. We
Is
forayed
that what
into
we're doing?
scale. We forayed into scale. What do we find? We had found people that are looking for an employer that just says, hey,
Yeah,
I found a deal for you and I found a prospect and I just put it together and hey, I'll write up the contract for you and I'll give you half.
do the paperwork. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
where else are we seeing this? So we're kind of feeling this in our industry. We're feeling it in property management as we talk to our clients that are self-managing, that we've had multiple now that are self-managing, that they crush it, they like it. They got this nimbleness that the big companies can't get. I mean, we're
And they
seeing
have a
it in,
relationship piece, dude, that you
yes,
can't get with that professional side as well, right?
not to the same
Leaving me a
extent for sure.
papaya in my leaving me papaya and pineapple in my room is awesome, but I'm sure you
Yeah.
did that for everybody. But man, imagine if like you've developed a relationship. You know,
To
this
where you
dude just
realize
can't.
someone doesn't like papaya, they want mangoes.
Bro, he smashes mochi only because he got turned on to it here on Maui, and he's got to have his mochi when he's there. And you know that because he buzzes about mochi. So guess what he gets in his room? He gets
Mochi.
mochi. I just can't get enough of those lilikoi malasadas from Sugar Beach Bakery, man. I can only get them right here. Boom. That's what's in there, right? Whereas corporate
That's a
structure,
relationship.
I've got a deal with Maui Gold and I just do it every single time. And that's what I do. Or it's like the chocolate macadamia nuts, right? So, yeah,
Where
man,
else are we seeing
powerful
this? Yeah,
discussions.
we've kind of mentioned it before on the show, but like
Dude,
surf
like,
apparel, surf clothing, I mean, the corporate
totally.
structure, it's
Bro,
dying.
Surf Apparel killed the surf shop, number one, right? Then it just became Surf Apparel. The worst
Yeah.
thing that happened, Danny, is the biggest brands, Quicksilver, Billabong, Volcom, who used to compete against each other, end up getting gobbled up by the same luxury conglomerate, right? Same ones that own Gucci. And so they just try to run it in the same vibe, and they're all bankrupt, literally.
Mm.
Like that's what happened, why you don't see them in Whalers Village anymore. And now what has popped up? Outer Known, that's Kelly Slater. Florence Marine X, that's John Florence. Rivian, that's Justin Wilson or Julian Wilson's jam. I want to say that it was Dane Reynolds when he came out with Former. He was one of the first ones, and that was his whole thing. So he was like, "Man, corporate, I just felt raped by him, you know. So I'm gonna start up my own jam out of my garage." So what we were
And all
watching,
these Hawaiian shirts as well that you're wearing, they're individual artists that are now doing kind of singular drops of like, hey, here's the new merch, and there's 10
and
pieces, and that's it.
it's limited. They create their own scarcity, dude, which is powerful, right?
Mm.
I only drop this many when I'm done. Done. Creates this weird other market that, you know, people go and buy it and then resell it for more. Danny, I think what we're watching happen, dude, is that the corporate kind of, you know, scale is dying, and the mom and pop model is starting to return, which is exciting, I feel. I mean, talk
And
about different experiences.
in the
Yeah.
age of AI and all this tech, it's almost like, yeah, you don't need all the corporate structure and the promises of, you know, franchise and all of their setup, because now you can go to AI and be like, what do I need to do to run my vacation rental? And AI is pretty much going to put you on to what you need to do. And now you got basically AI agents, which are, you know, workers that are AI that can do a lot of stuff. So it's getting kind of interesting out there.
It is. And you know, Danny, we as agents, like one of the things that people expect of us is to have relationships with different pieces in real estate. A la, can you refer me to a great property management company, John? And we have
Yes.
them, and we definitely go with who we feel is the best of the best at the particular time for how they treat them and how the numbers are. And yet,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, every single property management on Maui is just a different level of suck.
Mhm.
They just are. Because you get the feedback, right? And you're like, no, that's
Yeah.
literally the best one
We
on the
hear the
island.
feedback from our
And
clients,
they're
right?
like, no, dude, they suck. Like that sucked. This thing sucked that they did. And then you feel bad. You're like, oh, well, I don't know who to refer then, because that literally
We
is the
don't
best
sometimes. Yeah.
of, that's it. You know, I remember when we were definitely heavy on one particular one because we really liked the rep and how they shared with us like the Aloha spirit that it went. And then all of a sudden you get some feedback. And then all of a sudden, like they drop the ball on certain things that, you know, would have helped them out. And then you're like, man, what's going on? And yeah, it's because scale is dying.
And that's why a lot of people ask if we do property management,
And at some point, we've
and
talked
we
about
don't.
doing it because we see the opportunity. But man, what do you want to do? Is like, do you grow up to just another? I guess what you do is you just niche it down to where you create your own scarcity. And you're like, I only take 10 clients, or I only
Yeah,
take X,
it would have to be, because
right?
at some point you scale, scale, scale. I have friends in Florida who have done something similar, and you know the only way they make money is by scale, 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 scale. So more units, but now you have more units, and now you have less service. So at some point there is, you know, this crossover where the service doesn't happen anymore, and then you
It's the
become like
facts, dude.
Vacasa.
It's the facts. I've never understand scale in our particular industry because like you know, like once you start doing more and more volume, how do you keep your personal touch? How do you keep who you are, right?
I think it's
And
same with helping buyers or sellers too. We've had many people, even from the show, who have reached out to us who said they were working with someone else on Maui who they never heard back from. We just didn't feel important. They didn't have time for us, all these sorts of things.
it was I'm getting one word replies back to me reaching out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And so I mean, that experience sucks then, because you're looking for service. And let's face it, Maui real estate is complicated. You and I have been doing this for a few years now, and there's still things that we're learning every day. We're like, oh, I didn't know about that. Didn't know about that. Didn't hear about that. Oh, first time seeing this. And this is
This
what
is
we do
why
for a living.
this is what makes me very comfortable in just the slow incremental group that we have, our growth. I mean, this show is going to remain so niche down that anybody that is not interested in actual Maui real estate would turn the channel because there's nothing for them, right? I mean, I'm not Great Sunsets. I'll throw you occasional tips on stuff, and just because I'm a local boy and I love to share, what's going on and stuff. But I'm not here to gather a huge audience of curious people. I'm really looking to help people that really want to get down and retire with Maui. And that's what
Want to learn what this is
our
all
people
about?
have been. And what people don't realize is that we are helping people retire with Maui at different age groups, because we have the people with foresight that are younger than I am, but they're like, dude, I'm making this plan now so that right? Because that's what they say, and I'm not one of them. But the people that are great with money and that, are great
Bro, you're
savers.
already living your retirement on Maui. I mean, you surf and you do real estate. Like, that's what people want.
This is like this. I feel like I'm retired, bro. I mean, like, because
Yeah.
I do a tenth of the business that I had to do when I was running crazy in AZ, right? For
Yeah.
the
You're
same
living that
volume.
already. They're
It
just all
feels
trying to get there.
amazing. Yeah, I have no desire to just like do like 1,000 units every single year. That is not my goal. I definitely have room to do more business, but I feel that at a certain point when it feels like, man, I'm starting to suck, stuff's starting to fall apart, that is going to be my screaming red flag. Don't take any more clients, dude.
We full.
That's it. Right. We need to help the ones that we have right now.
We full.
Good stuff, dude.
Man,
Shout out
what a
to
good
my
chat.
brother today. Shout out to our brother that's coming out here and his wife. We're excited, gang.
Should we talk
Yep.
about what's going on the hot list today?
Let's check out what's going on in Maui real estate.
Hot list time. We talk about what's going on, actives, pending, solds, give you a little insight, tips and tricks on different units, things we like, things we don't like, things to stay away
Yep.
from. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and jump into that. Here we go, Johnny.
Let's do it, Gianni.
Mahina Hina Beach. Don't see these very often.
I know. I just don't know
Started
what
at
to make of.
$775.
Is it a good value? Is Mahina Hina Beach worth the risk?
What's
it's
the
an
risk?
Interesting one. Oh, I'm thinking of the other one that's leasehold.
Mahina Surf.
Yep, that was the one I was
There's
thinking.
a lot of different Mahinas. So this
There
one
sure are.
hasn't
It
allowed
means
vacation
moon.
rentals.
Yep.
338 days on market. I mean, probably the crappiest pictures you're going to see.
Yep.
Let's just be real.
Yep.
But we like this complex.
We do. And they're about to really flip it and make it look amazing. They're going to do new siding, do a new roofing. The thing you have to know about Mahina Hina Beach is that technically the county allowed them to do vacation rentals, but the AOAO decided not to. But in the world of taxes, you cannot own at Mahina Hina Beach and get non-owner occupied tax basis, which would be the second home. So only two ways to pay taxes at Mahina Hina Beach. Either you're going to pay the high TVR rate, even though you don't get to vacation rent it, or you live in it full time and you get the homestead exemption. So just an awareness to have there at Mahina.
Such a
It
nuance.
isn't and it's such an interesting, because we had a client that had us, just go through. They were really interested in buying it. And I mean, the owner had just gone through great lengths to just make his place cool. He made his storage shed cool. They have a storage, area there. Yeah, I don't
Great
know,
amenities. I mean, a pool, spa,
Yep.
outdoor showers, barbecue, oceanfront. Look at this little pad out front. Not really
But
any issues with sea level rise.
585, Danny. Man, seeing
What do you
what
think
you're
of that
seeing
price?
there, brother. That's crazy, dude.
One bed.
That's
It's
crazy,
one bed, one and a
man.
half bath. I'm $775. I think the
And that's
pictures are kind of stalling it out.
Dude, the one bed at 859 square feet too. I mean,
Spacious.
it is.
It's feeling dealish.
It really is,
Feeling
Danny.
dealish.
Even with the glasses on, I didn't see
So-
the 585, brother.
Mahina Hina Beach. There
What's
you
the
have
small
it. print
print say? Is there something coming down the pipe? They're shutting her down? Anything like that in the realtor remarks? Nothing
I
crazy.
don't think anything's shutting down. They're going to
Cool
do the
beans.
roof and that kind of stuff. You got the special assessment for that project right now for $247.
Gotcha.
But
So that's already
not
in
lasting
there.
too much longer.
Yep. They got a weird little library there, a tiny gym, just all kinds of interesting amenities. Our client was turned on to it though because it had a giant pool and they were into doing laps. I think that's what it was. Something along those
Now look at this one,
lines.
just down the road, Kulana,
Yep.
$499 for a one bedroom, Johnny.
Yeah, brother. So definitely the garden value of Kuleana, because we did see a Kuleana close recently, a one bedroom, one bath in the 600s that had a bit of view, was on that grass.
This one's right on the pool.
Yep. We're going to have something at Kuleana coming up, huh?
Yes. So
Direct
A2.
oceanfront one coming up.
But
Yeah,
this is on
man.
Exhibit 2, yeah?
It is. So the reason for it is that Kuleana actually has a lot of timeshare in the complex. So I wouldn't take that as a negative in a short-term vacation rental complex. You won't be able to tell who's an owner over a guest, but that's what makes it unattractive for local living is because of that. So
And there's a decent amount of these units over on the west side that people turned into timeshare. Not all of them, but they bought up a bunch and turned them into timeshare, yeah?
and that's what people don't realize. That is a model that happened to where, you'd have these like Consolidated, I believe, for example, but they'd go out like Valley Isle. They would buy a series of rooms there, chopping them up into 52 pieces because there's 52 weeks in the year, sell them off that way. We've seen agents, Maui agents, Monty at Whalers is a great example. Went in, bought them, turned them into fractionals, right? Sold them off that way. Because when you chop something up into pieces, as you're selling pieces, you tend to end up getting more at the end than if you would have sold the whole. The sucky part is you sell the whole one time and you sell the pieces multiple times. So, but yeah, man, dude, we're seeing potential vacation rentable stuff, Danny, in the fours.
Yeah. And then look at this, residential under 600 for a 3-bedroom. Downstairs unit, you don't get the views, you don't get the lanai looking out over anything, but 900 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 600, Johnny.
So this is the REO. That's why.
There you go.
Yeah, villas at Kahana Ridge. I swear this one went into escrow. I don't know why it fell out. Dude, that is a deal, man.
Auction. Okay, so auction just expired, apparently, but didn't get it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is this auction.com? Is it Pro Properties? Who had that listing, I
I
wonder?
think it's auction.com.
Those ones are funky, man. Auction.com specifically, they whack the buyer for 5%.
Auction, servicelink.auction.com.
Okay. I used to work for Service Link when I was doing REO and AZ. Cow Street, Kula Kai, Danny. 96 days on the market. I mean, that seems like prime pricing for Kula. Tell me more.
It was coming
what was
down.
It originally priced at? What'd they start at?
1,265. So we're down 40,000 now in 96 days. Yeah. Third of an acre.
There's a story going on here, huh? Interesting.
Something's not vibing.
Yeah, that seems like good merch for Kula.
It's been around for a bit. Let's keep this truck moving.
Oh,
what were you looking at here on Kula?
Yeah, there was the kiss of death right there, right?
Paid
where it
5.
went into escrow. No, where it went into escrow.
Oh, Pender. Yeah, went pending and then canceled 11 days later. So J1, something in J.
So let's pause and talk about that, though. So for seller psychology, the seller goes, well, somebody was willing to pay me for that, so I need to stay here. But what they're really not hearing is that somebody was willing and then they decided to go away from it now. So all the other people that are potentially interested go, well, why did that guy leave? What's wrong with the property? Right? Anyway.
Tough.
That's the interesting psychology.
Sure is.
And that is a fireplace, gang. You will use it, too. You'll use it. Not in the 60s either.
There we go. 1-1 at Hinuakai. Bit of an ocean view.
Yep.
700 square feet. It's kind of done up like most of the Hinuakais when they were built in 2008. 1.4.
My friend that we met with, he owned there. He had mentioned that he's hearing about a potential assessment coming down the line for Hinuakai based around new air conditioning units, which is interesting.
Wow, already.
I know, right?
But 17 years, 18 years, I mean, I guess.
That makes sense. You can only expect, 15 to 20 year shelf life with
15
those?
to 20 years on those, yeah.
There it is.
All right. Now we got a big pig. Look at this one.
So this is the monster house, Danny.
This is the monster house.
Do me a favor. Hit the taxes for me, would you? I just want to confirm if it's NBC ID.
He's going to pull up on another tab. I'll let you know, but I'm going to talk about it for a second.
Sorry,
I mean, look at this.
So this house really caused some issues throughout Maui, and it's funny because like people only paid attention when it was actually built. So this sits on the lower road just below my house.
CID is the zoning, Civic Improvement District.
So they I think the county did something to where they couldn't vacation rent this, although NBCID, the zoning allows for it. And there are other vacation rentals that are homes that are directly in front of this one here. So it's very, very interesting. People are upset with the size of the home. I've seen some discussions in Facebook where like people think that Maui County should take it over for some sort of office building. And I mean, in the world of gigantic homes, like 7,400 isn't it? It just isn't. But yeah, that's the issue with this. It was also built by one of the developers on Maui that people just tend to dislike because they're developers. So yeah, it is kind of funky that they want so much money for something that sits right on the road. The whole play and the reason for the height was to be able to see Napili Bay, because when I surf Napili Bay, I can see the top of that roof.
I mean, look at this view, though.
It's insane, bro.
Pool, Peely Bay in the background. I
It's
mean, that's pretty
playland.
stunning. That's pretty
It's
stunning.
playland. Yep.
You want to know how much the taxes were in 2025, Johnny?
Greg's just getting eaten alive, huh?
$168,000.
What's it under? What's it being taxed as? TVR? Is it being taxed as
Non-owner occupied
wow,
residential.
crushed?
So interesting. I mean, 12.9 milli. What do you think about that? Does it get
Well,
it?
so here's the problem, dude, is when this was originally listed, it went into escrow, and I want to say it was even higher than the 12 at the time. And then all the backlash happened, and I think it spooked that buyer and they bounced.
Well, there was
So
12.85 it was pending at and then
there it
canceled.
went. Yep. And that was before it was built.
3.5 months.
Yep. That's when the developer himself had it listed. My understanding is he moved over to the Big Island. He's doing more stuff over there. Had to get out of Maui to
Change the island.
let the rep cool off a bit. Wailea Point, Danny.
I don't know if I've ever seen something under 3 million at Wailea Point.
I was gonna say, dude, is that 2.55? Is that the proximity to? So it's sitting in the back.
4.9. So yeah, you got Fairmont in kind of your foreground. So not a huge view, but I mean, look at that. You're still cooking and seeing ocean view. Koholave.
Yep.
Light and bright inside due to 1,400 square feet.
Starting to play with the Liloa prices, Makali'i. So yeah, very interesting.
Great amenities, multiple pools, multiple spas, gym, cold plunge, tennis, pickleball, concierge, orchard, herb garden. I mean, it's a whole complex.
Yep. And what beach were we at? Ulua? Polo? Which one?
So yeah, Polo is just there beyond the Fairmont.
Yep. Never could vacation rent these. Wailea Villas, those are the ones that for a month or something like that? Yeah. The other ones that are similar. I always get confused.
Wailea Beach Villas can be rented nightly. They were a Hyatt property for a while. This one you used to be able to vacation rent. This could vacation rent before because Flora did a ton of pictures here.
Well, it's hotel zoned. It has to be for that location, right? Because I remember when there was a house that just kind of kicked off Billionaires Row, and it was right next to the hotels, and because of where it was built, it was hotel zoned. But
you're right in between two hotels. I mean, you got Fairmont on one side, you have Four Seasons on the other side, you have Marriott down the way. Yep. I mean, this is like right in between all the hotels.
That's it, brother.
But I think it's more of an HOA thing.
Agreed. It is.
30 Ponana. I've sold this house before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Back in the day.
Bro, kind of a good deal for Ke Kapu.
In sub 2 milli. It's kind of an interesting layout. You see it's broken up, split level.
Right.
But great.
Lots of stairs.
Yeah, lots of stairs, little nooks. They kind of blew out this kitchen a bit. That used to be all closed off on a wall. So upgraded a few things. I mean, spacious. They still got the interesting art on the wall that was there before. Those little
That's
murals.
1,975,000. I thought that was 1,575. Hit the H, Danny. Let's see you, buddy.
The backyard is the winner here. Big pool.
Huge.
They've been trying to sell this thing for a while.
What'd you sell it to them for? 1,200,000? What were prices back then?
I think we were like 1,000,000, 1,000,001, 1,000,002, something like that. 1,000,025. I don't know why it's not showing up in here.
All good.
But yeah, tried to sell it, pended, canceled. 1,000,002. Again, tried to sell it. 2.1, canceled. Coming back at 1,975,000. So. Interesting house inside. It's really, I mean, the backyard is the winner for me, for sure. Big
I
pool
take back my
area.
deal at 1,575,000. I would think that's a deal.
It's not terrible at 2 million. It's a great condo alternative
$1,000 a
down from the
foot.
beach.
Yeah, nah, definitely fun vibes with that pool for sure. That thing
Oh,
looked
Masters
gigantic,
action.
bro. Yep. I'd be a trophy unit for the Masters with that view right there. Is this Courtney's? I think it
Nope.
is. Okay. She's got one popping off too. Ooh, 2.5 bathroom model.
A little extra half bath. I mean, pretty
Yep.
original condition. Carpet going on. Little tile kitchen.
So for me, the Masters is important because the Masters has always been strictly residential. So in the world of Bill 9 eliminating vacation rentability at Kapalua Golf Villas and the Ridge, it's the Masters that makes me reflect on why there shouldn't be a crash in Kapalua because of it, right? Now, the problem with the Masters is because it's not vacation rentable, your pool of buyers is smaller. You're looking for second homeowners, investors, or somebody that wants to live there. Whereas the vacation rental pool tends to be bigger. So they just take longer to sell. That's going to be the scoop there.
There you
Yeah,
have it.
that's
The
a beautiful
Masters.
view right there. That is a beautiful, beautiful view.
Up to Kula, Johnny. This is very Kula. Just under a half acre. It got all the vibes. 3.3, 2,500 square feet. Newer construction, built in 16. Look at those views. Ooh.
We're lagging behind on here, brother. Still at the
Are we?
Masters. Yeah, there we go. All right. Kulamanu. It's a vibey neighborhood.
Views.
I mean, you don't get the acreage that you do, but you get some neighborhood feel. My sister has a friend that lives up there, so she's always up in
Nice vibes. Got the fireplace. Interesting cabinet choice, but look at that lanai.
I'm going perceived market value. I mean, that's some decent square footage there.
I think so.
Not at $1,000 foot, and that view, lights out. Looks like I got some forest land next to me. Maybe that's not a bad thing.
Nice spot.
That's why Kula. That's why Kula. Alrighty.
Cruising along. Kahale
Yep,
Makai.
Kauhale. Man, coming down to earth. What is that? 550 out the gates, Danny. Looks like they
550 out the
remodeled
gates.
that bugger too, man. Looks like
That
they
is
threw
a
some money at a
full-on
remodel. Sure is.
Full-on vacation rental remodel.
Yep.
And you're right on the parking lot on that side. On the south side building, looking out on the parking lot over Lawana Kai.
Roger that. 800 feet, so they live larger than most. Yeah, on the remodel there, man, just amazing to see one bedrooms that used to vacation rent start to hit the 5s and 4s.
They got double bed action going on in this thing.
Do they really?
So they got a bed here, which is the bedroom, but then they also have a bed here in the living area. There you go. Double bed. Full-on vacation rental. Yep. This is apartment zoned, and it's not on exhibit.
It is not.
Makali'i, Johnny.
Okay,
Just
brother.
talked about this on the other day.
Yep.
Garage action.
Is that 2.5?
2.5.
Man. So is that the actual view there? Is it close to the road? That's the stuff that affects Makali'i, right? Lack of view and close to the road.
Looks like it's in the back part, over on the golf course, so not really on the road.
Gotcha.
Not really ocean view, more golf view, but man, that's what a big price difference. That one we looked at on Monday was 3.9 million.
Does this one have a casita by any chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of condo. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. They've got garages, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, has a garage. So look at the purchase price on this as well. So brand new. 1.3. Yep. So the other one, brand new with the ocean view, is 2.4. So you see they're subscribing this price difference for the view just out of the gates. I mean, $900,000 for a view versus no view.
There is the case in point, though, on why new construction in Maui in terms of playing with risk. They bought this, or it was put out there for sale, the ability to write a contract 11/2/17. They don't deliver until 2021. And during that time, this developer, if they're actively selling and making sales, they are bumping up that price that you bought for over those 4 years. That's why the play there. Interesting little like lanai kind of atrium thingy there, huh?
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting one.
I mean, is that all like Fleetwood doors that kind of close off, or?
Kind of looked like it. Yeah, it was an interesting sort of vibe here.
There you go. So we're basically across the street from Shops of Wailea, all that kind of goodness, basically, just down the road from that, if I remember correctly, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. All the amenities, pool, gym, sauna, cold plunge, garage.
Booyah.
And things are moving, Johnny. A bunch of pendings today. Golf
All
villas. Didn't like it at 1,000,007. Like it at 1,585. 78 days. That one moved.
right. Okay.
Kihei Garden Estates. Look at this.
We're
So
lagging
we had a
again.
1-bedroom. Are you seeing it? Showing on
No.
my side.
It's a blank sheet. Blank page.
So Kihei Garden Estates, 575. I mean,
what?
there was a 1-bedroom that just closed at 575. So this one, 2 bedrooms, 575. I mean, a little dated inside, but seems like pretty good value for 2 whole bedrooms.
All right. We just had something pop up, Danny. Kihei. This is, what is this? Oh, Ina Place. That's what I'm looking at. 1,425,000.
There
Pending
it is.
77 days. Price to
1,700 square feet. Seems about the market rate for that in Kihei.
Yeah. I don't know the location there. All righty.
EO Gardens, 2 for 495. 499.
We found a new price range, huh? Sub 4s. I mean, sub 5s.
I mean, that seems pretty good value.
Yeah. Agreed.
$499 for 2 bedrooms. The Hua Street.
Now, EL Gardens, that's the one that's in Wailuku proper, like just behind High Street, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind Maui Medical and everything. I like that little kind of secret location.
A nice spot.
Yeah, lots to eat.
Well, little increment action. Kahalui, 3.5, 1,300 square
increment
feet.
moves. It just
under
moves,
$1 million.
doesn't
It always moves.
That's it. That is first time home buyer action.
Pilani Villages.
With
8 days.
family.
Look at that, Johnny. Just
Is this one that we talked about? There you go.
Just cruising.
So we're what? It's $850 a foot, $900, something like that. 8 and change. Yeah.
It's a pretty penny for Pilani Villages.
It is, right?
Camp Sands. Look at that.
Oh, which one is it?
2102. Our deal of the week from last week.
It is, brother.
Moved.
Matthew knows.
Less than a
Matthew
week.
knows how to price them, man. Matthew
Less than a week.
Right.
That moved quickly. Another golf villas. 1-2, 96 days. We go.
One bedroom, 2 bath?
Yes.
What kind of what was it when it went pending?
1.4.
Good times. Sundeep, you're still hanging in there, brother.
Real good. Another Pilani Villages.
That's good to see that action there up at Kapalua Golf Villas, man. All right, another Pilani. Yeah.
Golf Villas. This one, Johnny, we talked about Mahina Surf.
Yes.
550 cash. That is what things are going for now. 550 cash.
Johnny, I like Mahina for you, bro.
That's a beautiful one.
Oh, this is the one, huh? Well, it was a text, but she was kind of flippant in her response about it being priced, X amount below assessed value. And there was definitely room. Here we go. Hokulani always moves. Did we go sub 2 million on it? What did it sell for? Whoa.
1.9.
Okay.
Someone got a pretty good deal there. 4.3. It's one of the bigger ones too.
Cash.
Let's see.
What did it sell for?
Cash and splash. 1,000,008. Last but not least, a little Hokaula. 4.3, 1,000,005.
There it is. New construction. They're getting close to closeout too, man. They're moving right down the hill. They're starting to get. Now, what they're doing though is like the lower lots actually to me are the most desirable because you don't have all the other ones in front to block views. Because when I was looking up there in clients, they were like, "Oh, we want to have that one," but that's the game you play with new homes: is you release them in a certain way for buildability, but also you don't want to sell your best stuff first. Ideally, you'd like to sell your crap and have that move, right?
Get it moving, yeah.
And when I say crap, I just mean there's always more desirable areas in a subdivision and less desirable areas, right? When we back up to roads on the outskirts, etc., that's all I mean. And that's where you get deals within a neighborhood. You just got to put up with some funk, right? My window faces this. Maybe a lot of people don't like that, so I get it for a little bit less.
There you have it.
Yes,
there's a hot list today.
Gratitude to everybody. Man, I can't tell you how much I am so grateful that I don't have to chase new clients by calling strangers and just begging them to talk to me. It's so much more fun to meet you. This is a 3 times a week resume. I'm just gonna say it, guys. That's all I'm looking. If you're wondering what's in it for me, I just want to meet cool people that are interested in buying Maui real estate, and this is my resume to you.
There you have it. Until next
Yes,
time,
sir.
be on the lookout for the deal of the week, and we'll catch you on Friday. Who
Yes, sir.